The first movie I saw was Can't Buy Me Love. Can't Buy Me Love is a movie from the 80s and it's a comedy, drama and a romantic movie. It's for the mostly about two persons, the two main characters. It's about Ronald and Cindy. Ronald is the perfect stereotype for a nerd and he's very smart and don't have very much friends. And Cindy is a very popular girl. She's cute and she's a very nice girl that everyone likes. In the movie, the movie take parts in school for mostly, and also at school dances or some parties, and also in Cindy's house or outside. The movie is about that Ronald buys love of Cindy. He wants to be popular, and to be popular he has to have a friend who is popular, and Cindy is popular. So he gives her $1,000 to buy a dress, and she paid back by giving him 4 dinners a week for a month. And this made him popular, and he get change, and after a while nobody likes him anymore, and in the end Cindy and Ronald get together.
I watched Grease as my 18th movie, and the film is about a boy and a girl, Danny and Sandy. They like each other, but Danny can't show that he loves her because he needs to keep his image in front of his boyfriends. Yeah.
I watched Back to the Future as my 80s movie. The main plot is about two people, Marty McFly and Doc Brown. And Doc Brown has built a time machine. And to build a time machine, he has stole plutonium. And the guys he stole it from tried to kill him, but he traveled in the future with his time machine to 2015. Yeah, and as I said, the characters are Martin McFly and Doc Brown. Yeah, the settings are they are in 1985, I think it is, and sometimes they are in 2015. And Marty McFly tries to he goes back in time to get his parents to go together so that he will be born. Yeah.
The first movie I saw was Grease. Grease is a movie from 1978. It is a musical with comedy and love in it. There are two main characters, Danny and Sandy, who is about 17 years old. They go to Rydell High. When school starts again after the summer holiday, the cool and tough boy, Danny Zuko, who is the leader of the guy gang T-Bird, meet a cute girl whose name is Sandy. And they all already know each other from the summer because they had a summer romance. And Danny is actually a very sweet guy, but he's afraid to show that in front of his friends, and especially when he meets Sandy again, and his friends are around him.
The second movie I watched was John Tucker Must Die. It's a movie from the 2006, and it's a very good movie. The movie is, of course, about John, who is a 17-year-old boy who knows that everyone likes him, and he takes it to his advantage. Mm-hmm. He dates different girls at the same time and pretends that he loves them, and he knows he can do that because he's so cool, he thinks. The movie is also about Kate. She's also 17 years old and she's new in town. She's used to be invisible, and this time she don't want to, so she pretends to be someone she's not. The movie is also about John's brother, the other trucker, they call him, and he's very kind, sensitive, and very smart, and it's totally the difference of his brother. A big part of the movie is also about 3 girls that dating John at the same time. The first one is the cheerleader, and she's kind of a diva, and the other one is a smart girl who is the leader of very many groups, and the third one is a vegetarian that is kind of a hippie. The main plot is about 3 girls that date John Tucker at the same time, of course, and Kate and these 3 girls are going to do John undateable and unpopular. And when John breaks up with all 3 girls, they want to break his heart. So Kate gets together with him and break his heart, and so on. In the end, everybody's happy, and John learns that he probably should treat girls better. The movie takes place inside the school, but also at the beach and in Kate's house.
I watched The Duff. The Duff is a movie about school, and the Duff means decided ugly fat friend, and the main character is Bianca, and she is the Duff in her girl gang. Her 2 friends are much sexier and more handsome than she is, and that's why everybody calls her the Duff. But in the end, her guy friend helps her to be sexy to the prom when she wants to impress on her crush. But in the end of the movie, she ends up with this friend.
My second movie was Mac and Devin Go to High School. It's about Mac and Devin and about the drugs. They do a lot of drugs. They smoke marijuana every day. Devin, first Mac is this nerd, and Devin teach him that marijuana is life and everything is spinning around marijuana. So yeah, and Devin is going to be exposed. No. Vad heter det? Expelled. Yeah, and but Mac completes the mission to get him to not get expelled. Yes.
The second movie I saw was High School Musical. High School Musical is from 2006, and this is also a musical with comedy and love in it. There is also 2 main characters in this movie, who is 17 years old, and it is Gabriella and Troy. Troy is a very nice basketball player in East High. On New Year's Eve, he meets the shy girl, Gabriella. Then the school starts again, and Gabriella starts at the same school as Troy, and they meet again. And there is a musical at the school where both Gabriella and Troy hope to get the main characters, but they have to compete to the most popular girl in school, Sharpay, and her brother Ryan. Troy's guy gang doesn't want him to be with Gabriella because he needs to focus on basketball, they think. But then they change their mind, and Troy and Gabriella end up together.
Some similarities between the movie is the setting are the same. In the both movie, they both take place in the same place, for example, the school. The movies is also about popularity in school. It's about popular kids and the ones you don't see so very much. And the both movies is very much about stereotypes. Some differences is that the plot is very different. In the first movie, it's about being popular, and in the other movie, it's about destroying the boy. Kind of.
The similarities between Grease and the Duff is that they both are love movies. The couples are like in a fight in the beginning of the movie, but in the end they end up together. And it's a prom in school that it's recorded in both movies.
My similarities is that they are both filmed at school, and yeah, they do drugs in both movies. Yeah, that's all my similarities.
There are many similarities between these movies. High School Musical is kind of inspired by Grease, and it's a version of Grease but for younger viewers to watch. And in the both movies, the both couples meet on vacation, and the romance ends there. But then they meet again when the girl starts at the same school as the boys. And both Danny and Troy are embarrassed to act like they did on vacation with their girl in front of their friends. There are girls in the both movies who wants to steal the main boy from the main girl. There are groups in the both movies, but the difference is that in Grease there are the greasers and the pink ladies, and in High School Musical there is the basketball players and the nerds. And the both movies is musicals and has catchy songs in it. And the setting in the movies are quite similar. For example, they film a lot in schools and at sports stadiums. Yeah.
Conclusion. Conclusion.
Men vadå är det typ så? Vad ska man säga?
Vilka filmer har sett?
I think that the both movies are very different, and I really like John Tucker Must Die. It's a very funny movie, and I like it very much. But the first movie is also kind of good, but not like the second.
I've also watched two very different movies, because in the Duff is more about like bullying and stuff like that, and in Grease it's more about how to be different in a good way. Like Sandy, she goes from sweet to sexy, but she realizes it isn't wrong with it. So
yeah, I also watched two different movies because the first one is very unrealistic. Yeah, it's not very unrealistic that someone would build a car that could travel in time.
I think both Grease and High School Musical are very good movies, but I like High School Musical a little bit more. And yeah, the movies are very similar, and it's easy to